good now, gosh. Here we go, guys. We're in a huge 2v2 between Lojza and Wander and Viper and MBL. I was actually not planning on streaming this evening, but I got on my computer. I was watching some streams. I was watching some AOC, as you all do as well. And I saw we had these players all in the same lobby, and I freaked out. Well, my chat looks awful, but we're going to have to deal with it. We're going to have to deal with it for this game. I'm not going to just tab out, so sorry about the chat on the game looking like ridiculous. But regardless, though the production quality is going to be bad with my stream, it seems, these players are strong players. Let's introduce them. We have Lojza here in the green playing as the Celts, and Wander, and he's been playing a lot as No Re I Go Eat. He's playing as the Goths. To the left of Wander then, in the red is Viper playing as the Goths, and then below Viper is MBL, his Norwegian compatriot, and he's playing as the Celts. So it's a mirrored matchup, and this should be pretty interesting. I think that, you know, this is going to be an even matchup here. MBL and Viper, obviously, both from Norway, but they don't play too many team games together. Obviously, Viper is the Viper. He's just incredible. But I think that as far as like team games go, you gotta favor Lojza and Wander. They seem to have a really good knack for playing team games together, as do some of the others. So, Bua, what's going on, man? What's going on? Good to see you here. So Lojza's here. He's playing as the Celts. Let's take a quick look at his map. He has the woodline on the left-hand side, and he's going to that now. Apart from that, the main gold's above his TC on the hill. That could be an issue for him. There's just this giant hill right next to the gold. On the back, there's really nothing left for him, and wood lines as well, nothing on the back. So he's going to be going relatively forward for his wood, near to MBL, closer to MBL for his wood. Stones are all forward as well, right in the same location. Now, just double checking over here. Is this villager going to go down for Viper? Viper's village going to try and run back, and I think she's going to survive. Wander's going to try and pick off, and Wander still could pick off this villager. He still could go in there and pick that off, so Viper's being really ballsy with this chick. Yeah, and Viper has not found these sheep as well. But I was just wanting to go over and look at the base of Wander real quick. He has a gold in a good location there. He could easily wall this off. And the wood line is actually on the right-hand side, and that's very good for him as well. I think Wander's map is very nice. A couple wood lines he could use, and the gold in a decent location, and the stone if he needs it. Meanwhile, for Viper, he's kind of struggling, I think, as far as the map goes. He's this forward wood. We already saw that villager exposed. And apart from that, this wood line here he can't really use. Back here, not really much. And the two golds, though they are in the back, are going to be quite exposed because of the lack of wood line. However, I do think we are going to see some aggression here from Viper. Maybe he could take some of the pressure off his own side. MBL, his map, he does have the wood line here at the bottom. Relatively safe for now, though there is a pond here, which will certainly cause him problems. Gold's on the back, and another wood line's on the back with a stone, which would be good. Calvary King and Action Mike, good to see you here. I started the stream real quick without really any plan to stream today because of this amazing TV2. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Hopefully they play a lot of games. It's going to be exciting. But yeah, Celts and Goths, now that I've kind of talked about the maps, I don't see any lames. I don't think anybody's lost a unit at this point. No one has. Celts and Goths, both decent infantry civs. I think in the Castle Age, if all players do get comfortably up to the Castle Age, it will transition into crossbows. Goths always could go knights, but it's probably going to be crossbows. And then that kind of poses the question, will a Goths player be able to get Huskarls out? Because, of course, you need the castles for that, and it'll be really interesting. If it gets even later, then the Huskarls aren't really that strong because they're up against Celts with the Woad Raiders. So, I am really interested to see how this goes. And Action Mike, it's good to see you have the email alerts for the stream, because it's always going to be really helpful. It looks like, now these are really hard colors to follow, and it's going to be hard on this side, but MBL is chasing down Lojza's scout. And he'll probably win this battle. Lojza is going to go for the sheepy there, and he's going to run away, and he probably will get away. Waiting to see if there's going to be a drush from Viper. No, he's clicking up to the feudal age. Having lured in 1 or 2 deer here. Meanwhile, for Wonder, he is... Well, I can actually toggle over a lot easier now with my hotkeys because there's not as many players. He is going for the Drush, and I think it's more suited to his map for sure because he can wall it off so easily. He's going to come towards Viper now. Viper needs to be careful with his scout here. And I'm interested to see what Viper's going to do. On the other side, we do have the Drush coming in from Lojza. MBL is sending his Drush out as well. So both players actually drushing. And MBL does not have his scout here in the fight. And he's actually going for Lojza's scout there as well. He was able to take the scout out. MBL's bringing his scout in. And it's just important that both these players kind of cancel out the drushes of each other here. But I actually think Lojza is going to take a bad engagement. Look at this. MBL, well, he's going to have a half a militia left and a full scout. So that's much better for MBL. But he's not going to be able to get in as walls are already up. Drush still coming in now on Viper's base. And Viper, he is probably going for man-at-arms and archers here. However, I don't think he really has the resources right now to be going for man-at-arms. He's getting double bid-axe. He only has 2 militia. He'll have 3. He's going out here as well. I'm not sure why he's out here, seeing as he's already on gold as well. What is Viper doing with these villagers? He's running them to another wood line possibly because this one's far forward, and that's my guess really, as he's kind of scouting out with these vills now. But the Drush is coming in then from Wonder. I do think Wonder's just going to go straight FC after this Drush because at this point he's at 28 vills and he hasn't clicked up yet. This Drush could still do damage. Wonder's just clicked up on 28 vills actually. I'm kind of waiting for Viper. He's actually choosing to send the man-at-arms forward. He's not going to get in at all. This is fully walled. Actually, this needs to be walled. It looks like it will be walled now. The Viper's man-at-arms are unable to defend back at home. And, of course, he's very, very good with his defense. He's able to actually do some damage to those militia there and not really receive any. But still, unfortunate for the Viper that his feudal age aggression is really not going to do anything. And he's probably going to go right over to Lojza. Now, speaking of Lojza, he has 4 on gold. He's just hit the feudal age, and I'm going to check his resources real quick. Oh, actually, is that villager in danger of going down? No, it's not. MBL's just trying to cause him problems. But Lojza's resources, well, good enough where he can get up to the castle age shortly, and MBL may be doing the same. Saying that, oh, wow, interesting. Look at this. MBL is choosing to send in more militia, and he's probably going to go man-at-arms. Man-at-arms is coming in, and he's going to go straight for the gold. Now, if Lojza walls this off, he's safe from this, but Viper's coming in with his man-at-arms as well. We said that was going to happen, and I think the archery range and the blacksmith is going to be delayed, and this is going to be really bad for Lojza. I mean, team gameplay is all about communication, and Viper and MBL right now absolutely killing it. Going to stop those ranges, and Lojza has good resources to click up, but he just can't get these buildings up. Villagers could go down, more villagers anyway. And, I mean, this goal, only 2 villagers on gold at this point as well. So, another vill going down. Lojza, he is really struggling here. Now, back on the other side, actually just looks like the straggler trees were lamed more than anything. The Drush is not doing much for Wonder. So, back here to the action. Lojza's trying to be sneaky and trying to get up this archer range. He's unable to, at least for now. And this is all very, very important for Viper and MBL. Lojza really struggling to get these buildings up, and he's not going to be able to click up until he gets a blacksmith up, and this is a 72%, and these villagers are exposed now. They're on the hill, and they're both going to go down because they're trapped. They're both going to go down, and this is awful for Lojza. Well played for sure from MBL and Viper to execute this in this way. And now, of course, Wonder has clicked up, but I have to say it's a little bit later than I thought it was going to be. He's going to be going with the crossbows, the archers, into crossbows, which is what I thought we would see. But wow, I am very surprised at how poorly Lojza has dealt with this. Of course, he was 2v1. This happens, and you know, team games, it's important to communicate. And he's going to go for this blacksmith now desperately. He does have 2 ranges up here. I think he can get it up, but actually MBL sending in his own skirms to cancel out these archers, and this could be a really good engagement. There's still a couple of man-at-arms left in here from Viper and MBL, and still the blacksmith has not gone up. Still, Lojza's unable to click up when he's had the resources for quite some time. Alright, so blacksmith still denied. And Villager's getting pushed back. That Villager's on 2 HP as well. It's going to go down. MBL did just complete fletching a moment ago. Now, there's still a worry for Viper. He doesn't like to wall, first of all, and it's not like Goss can really wall all that well. He is yet to click up, and Wonder is going to be on him. But Wonder may need to come over here, because at this point, MBL has a great foothold here still. I mean, Villager's attacking his skirms right now, but those Villagers could get picked off here by Viper's still remaining man-at-arms. Looks like Viper's going to use his man-at-arms against these skirms, but MBL, he's doing a great job of just holding to this gold. I don't think Lojza has been on gold for quite some time. He's been making just skirmishers. But I am interested to see where Wonder goes. Wonder's going over here. And I was curious as to where he would go. I wondered where he would go. Haha. He's going to go over here now. He does not have Bodcanero just yet. But when he does make his way over here, he could do some real damage to Viper. We talked about it in the beginning of the game that Viper's map is just so exposed. He does have this woodline over here, and I'm going to look at Wonder's map real quick and see what he actually hasn't scouted these other woodlines, so he assumes Viper's here. But the gold still is in a bad spot for Viper, who is yet to click up. And all these villagers could go down. Just imagine. I mean, 5 crossbows still could do a ton of damage to these lumberjacks here. But right now, Viper always actually sending them out this way. And I wonder if Wonder's going to realize that they were going out to chop wood. 2 villagers down there. Viper's just defending with skirms as he has clicked up. MBL's clicked up as well. And it actually looks like Lojza is pushing back. Of course, the woo-woo-woos are going to help him out there. I think he will have these archers go out on a counter. We'll have to pay attention to that. But meanwhile, the crossbow's going in and causing Viper a lot of problems. A lot of problems. I mean, his economy is spread out all over the place. He doesn't have the gold. It's going to be rough for him if he's unable to win this fight. And he is able to get a good shot here on the crossbows. They don't have +2 yet. And Viper should be able to regain access to his gold. But his map is an issue. It really is. He's so exposed that in come some more crossbows to try and take advantage of this poor map. It looks like this villager could go down. It's half HP there. Viper's still defending with these skirmishers quite well, though. The counter from MBL is out here. And Lojza's building a tower with 1 villager. But just look at Lojza's time. Lojza has yet to click up and MBL is already up. Lojza is so far behind at this point. In fact, I want to see where he's at as far as his resources are concerned, because this is like crazy. He's actually just clicked up, so it took him so much longer than it would have had the 2v1 not happened there. And the tower's going to desperately try and go up here. MBL is here. He probably will not stop the tower from going up, but he's going to kill a couple villagers here. He's killed 2. He's killed 3. He's killed 4, 5. That was incredible. And that villager just getting into the tower now. Oh, looking at the vill counts, Lojza is at 32. And he's on his way to the Castle Age, so he's unable to really create any on the way up as well. And Viper's going to get Elite Skirm and defend from this quite well. I'm going to have to pay attention. Is there any stone coming in here for Wonder? No stone whatsoever that I can see. So he's not going to be getting Huskarls, which would be a real danger for pretty much everybody at this point. That's more of a later game thing anyway. But MBL, he's running in. Lots of crossbows still. And as you can see, Lojza knows this is a problem. He's gonna go into skirms himself. But it's interesting because we have 1 player on each team going defensively with skirms and offensively with crossbows. Though I have to say that Wonder has not really done much in comparison to MBL with his offensive push. Looking at the vill counts now, Viper's at 40, MBL's at 37, Lojza's at 32, which is way behind. But Wonder's at 50. And, I mean, he's Goss. This is the 2v2. This game is still very much for the taking for either team. But a little bit of a pause, it seems. Alright, so I really don't want to tab out. I want to fix the chat, though. It's annoying the crap out of me. I'm sorry. I don't like bad production quality, but I tried to adjust some things on the fly. Anyway, game started anyway at this point. Crossbows here from MBL are going to have to be careful because they have no escape. And MBL, he likes his micro, so maybe he'll over-micro this one a little bit or just do some fantastic micro against these skirms, but they're going to be elite skirms shortly. The only thing MBL will have on them is range, so he's going to actually run away. Meanwhile, Viper, he's running out and realizing that Wonder is fully walled, which Viper does not like. That's the one thing he does not like about AOC, but look at this. Wonder is here, and... oh man, he's going to actually deny this TC with 2 crossbows, at least for the time being, but killing 2 vills with 2 crossbows, that's a really, really good thing. He's also sending more crossbows in as well. They do have +2 now. Viper's going to need a couple more skirmishers, you'd think. But, I mean, Wonder could kill a lot more villagers here as well, and Wonder is doing a fantastic job with his economy behind these walls. Fantastic job. He's at 54 vills. That's about 10 more than MBL and Viper. So I'm really curious to see if Wonder's going to be able to help out Lojza here in a big way, because Lojza's score is just so low after the initial attack earlier in the game. But Wonder's actually realizing that Viper was going to send skirmishers this way, and he's just going to go right towards MBL, and MBL at this point just getting up his 2nd TC, yes, and he has this, oh no, 3rd. Just very, very good. I was going to say it's surprising if he's only getting up his 2nd. He has a knight. I'm not sure what the knight was doing. Possibly just made to clean up some skirmishers I missed earlier on. But MBL's going to have to be careful because there's going to be crossbows behind his wood line shortly. Skirm's going in from Viper, and he's almost going to... yeah, he's going to pick off 1 villager. He could pick off some more as well. Remember, he can run right through the TC, and he could actually cause a lot of problems here. And it looks like Lojza is going to try and stop this from happening, and he's going to lose 1 villager, 2 villagers here. Oh, man, this is bad. This is so bad for Lojza. I mean, he's going to be able to attack these skirmishers great, but he's going to lose another vill, and that's a huge success for Viper. Meanwhile, on the other side, it actually looks like MBL is still safe. MBL's actually tried to apply some pressure here to Wonder and lost a crossbow or 2 to that Mangonel. He's going back. Pretty much every player trying to shore up their defenses right now, it seems. Except Lojza, he's unable to do that. I guess that TC will help him out an awful lot, but Lojza seems to be struggling an awful lot. 38 vills. 38. He's 20 behind Viper and MBL. But then again, if you look, Wonder is 10 ahead of Viper and 10 ahead of MBL. So still anything could happen at this point, but surely Lojza needs a helping hand on this side. And I'm not sure... oh gosh, as I say that, MBL coming in on cue, picking off like 4 villagers there, and she's gonna go down there as well. Lojza, oh, and another one! Are you kidding me? MBL picking off the weak vills that Viper couldn't pick off with the skirmishers earlier, and Lojza needs some help. I mean, we're pretty much seeing full boom right now from Wonder. He's going to try and get to Imp and do something. He will go for the castle, and he will go for Huskarls, I assume, because of the amount of villagers he has on stone there. But gosh, Lojza's just getting wrecked right now. Wonder's clicked up to Imp, though, as expected, quite early. He's getting scale mail, and, well, we could see this turn around. Look at Viper. He's the other Goths player here. He's going to get his own castle. He has his eco rolling, but his map is quite exposed, so if Wonder's able to get over here and cause some damage, that would be good. Apart from that, I'm still curious as to what MBL is going to do. A couple skirmishers going down there. MBL could click up shortly, and MBL, of course, can go with the Woad Raiders. So that will certainly help out. It still looks like pretty much a 2v1 at this point. Lojza, still receiving a ton of pressure here. MBL sending out some knights, of course, fantastic against skirmishers, forcing Lojza to add out some more crossbows here. MBL has really been doing a good job with his pressure this game. Killed a lot of Lojza's villagers. In the early game, the 2v1 was fantastic with him and Viper, and that's pretty much set on course. Set this on course is what I meant to say. But that Mangonel is going to go down now. I'm not actually sure why Wonder was making Mangonels when he knew Huskarls was going to be coming out. Maybe because he saw the skirmishers. Maybe it was there before, but Wonder's going to lose all of his army here. But he's going to be Imperial. He's actually going long swords. Interesting. Of course, you can go champions and Huskarls quite easily because you're using both food and gold for both those things. But I'm curious that he's going long swords in the early game here, and I'm not sure why. But like nobody says, and he's actually, I mean, his favorite civ is Goths. I don't know how much you guys see of nobody, but his favorite civ is Goths. So he's a huge Goths fan. Wonder could really do a lot of damage in the early game here, and Viper, I think, is just preparing himself to deal with that right now. He already has the castle up. He's already getting barracks up. MBL, he's actually going to be receiving some pressure here from Lojza, and oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, what's going on back here? We actually have crossbows going into Wonder's base, and this is actually a big deal. I don't know how long it's going to last, but it is delaying a lot of eco, and that eco is really, really important for the production here of the early Imperial army of Wonder, and all these villagers running now as well. And with no Huskarl research, I don't think Wonder's going to be able to deal with that too easily here, as villagers going down, and MBL is just doing a fantastic job here, killing a ton of villagers this game. Going to probably focus down another one. One Huskarl coming over, still not elite. The Knight's not there to protect it, so maybe these crossbows will go down a little bit earlier than I thought. But still, crazy, crazy stuff. Units over here, up against Huskarls, will go down as well, close to the base of Viper. And it looks like actually the two-handed swordsman's coming in from Wonder, going to be going up against the two-handed swordsman's from Viper as well. Meanwhile, Lojza, I mean, he's lost his army here. I'm waiting to see what he's going to do. MBL is doing as much damage as possible with these crossbows. He's running in. He knows they're going to go down. Kill as many villas as possible. And look at that. He's just picked off 2 more with an army that's going to die. And he's gone for 1 more as well, but it's not going to be successful. Is that one going to go down now? It's not going to go down, but still well played. Quick glance at the villagers tells me that now Wonder is actually below Viper. That's a huge deal. But the one thing Wonder did have was a jump start to the Imperial Age and a jump start with the upgrades. But they just called the GG. Yeah, they just called the GG. Well, it's a little bit disappointing. I mean, Lojza is royally screwed. Let's be honest. I mean, MBL's in the Imperial Age now. He's going to be going Wold Raiders. We're going to see similar upgrades from Viper, and they're going to be able to 2v1 Wonder here. And Lojza would die. But I would have liked to have seen them fight it out a little bit there. But either way, GG, and I'll take a quick look at the achievements. Alright, so units killed. Viper was in the lead. 66 units killed, 45 units lost. I thought MBL did a good job with his crossbow raiding. Viper did a lot of damage with his skirmishers cleaning up units. But as far as on the offensive goes, MBL did very well.